So a general cargo ship has run aground in Italy in very rough weather. The vessel named Guangrong, which sounds Chinese to me, but it's flying a Cypriot flag, has crashed into a pier just a couple of miles south of Marina de Carrara. That's the place where motor yacht Scheherazade is currently laid up. The cargo ship was caught in what was described as very rough seas, with high winds and swells reported to be approximately 4 meters in height. The vessel, which is about 100 meters long, lost control in the rough weather and was forced almost aground. We're not sure. It appears to be partially aground. It crashed into a pier in Marina di Massa, like I said, a couple of nautical miles south of Marina de Carrara. Incident happened Tuesday, 28th, yesterday of January, approximately 1950 hours UTC. The cargo ship had travelled from Genoa and it had been at anchor for a couple of days in the Marina de Carrara area. The incident was monitored by local mariners on the VHF channel as it unfolded. The ship obviously trying to communicate with the emergency services. They said that the vessel was unable to raise its anchor because of the high swells and the high wind, and the vessel drifted, like I said, 2.5 nautical miles from Marina de Carrara anchorage all the way down to Marina di Massa, where the vessel crashed into the pier, partially demolishing it as it happened. It also appears that there were 12 crew on board. The captain was from Montenegro. The rest of the crew were apparently Ukrainian. It would appear that they eventually abandoned that vessel, as based on this local footage here that shows a life raft in the water. Not sure what happened there, whether they all got into it, whether some of them did, we're not sure. We just see that life raft there. Could have fallen overboard for all we know. It's unlikely, but we just see a life raft in the water. We assume that somebody abandoned ship. There were no reported injuries amongst the crew or anybody on land. The ship was carrying waste from marble processing, some of which has now spilled into the sea. Now, speaking of pollution, the locals are now concerned that there is a fuel leak coming from that vessel. The mayor of Massa, Francesco Parani, said that we are not yet able to give a precise answer, but we fear that some fuel has in fact ended up in the water. There's a very strong smell of diesel when approaching the ship, but unfortunately the sea conditions at the moment do not allow investigators to verify the exact extent of that leak. The other aspect of the investigation will be to see the extent of the damage to the pier, which the cargo ship crashed into and, like I said, partially demolished. The ship flies a Cypriot flag, like we said, but the name sounds Chinese. And like I said, the captain is from Montenegro and the crew from Ukraine, although it's probably owned by a Chinese company. Anyway, we'll bring you more on that when we have it. Thanks very much for watching this video. You've been watching a Super Yacht News clip. If you'd like to see the full unedited Super Yacht News video, you can click on the link over here. You can also find our channel links below here. And if you'd like to see more shorter videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to this channel.